Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 5 of the Ultimate Internet Iceberg. This will be the final part in the Ultimate Internet Iceberg series. I have really enjoyed making this series. I hope you all have enjoyed watching it. And one other thing is, I have now become a part of the YouTube Partner Program, so I thank all of you for helping me get to that point. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. But for now, let's get straight into the video. Enjoy. Time Cube. So I actually already talked about this one in a previous iceberg, so I am sorry for that. To give a brief rundown, Time Cube is a website dedicated to a theory that goes by the same name. This theory says, well, I don't really know what it says, but it says this. This picture shows what Time Cube is trying to explain and what all is going on in it, and even though I have no idea, I'm sure somebody out there might. Otis Ray, the creator of the website, passed away in 2015, and his website is not up anymore. However, you can still reach it through the Wayback Machine. Salt Lake City Daycare Center. The Salt Lake City Daycare Center, or Funtime Kids Care, is a daycare center located in Salt Lake City, Utah. This daycare center was started, from what I can tell, in 2013. This place has been the center of a lot of conspiracy theories. These theories stem from locals who live in the area and claim that they have never seen any kids go in or out of the building, and that they have never seen kids playing on the playground. As well as that, the building is just very creepy looking. The theories began all the way back in 2015 on Reddit, claiming that there was a drug trafficking to even child trafficking operation going on within. The owners have been harassed and people have even showed up to investigate the place. Some people have signed a petition to storm the place and investigate it. According to all records, this is just a normal daycare. It is a pretty creepy place, but from everything we can tell, it is a legitimate business. Jody.org. Jody.org is this website. This website was created sometime in the 1990s by these two people, Dirk Paceman's and Joanne Heemskirk. I probably butchered that, so I am very sorry. The website was created as an art project dedicated to computer coding. I'm not actually sure why they created it, but they had created other programs and made mods to popular games like Wolfenstein 3D. The website is really creepy and kind of gives off LHOHQ vibes. A very creepy and strange website made by what had to probably be some strange people. 120 Days of Sodom. This is a movie released in 1975 and was directed by Pier Paolo Pasolini. The film is loosely based on the book of the same name. The film takes place in fascist Italy, and it shows as 4 people kidnap and physically and psychologically abuse 18 teenagers for 4 months. If you couldn't tell from that description alone, the film is very, very dark, and because of that, it was banned in Italy shortly after its release. The film was released in the US in 1977, however, remains banned in most countries. The film's subject matter aside, reviews and ratings for it say it's an okay movie. Frazzle Drip. Frazzle Drip, or Frazzle.rip, is a supposed snuff film found on the dark web. On this supposed snuff film, you see Hillary Clinton as well as her aide, Huma Abedin, supposedly assaulting a kid, killing them, drinking their blood, and wearing their face like a mask. The video was apparently so bad that officers who viewed it were driven to take their own lives. The video doesn't actually exist, but at one point there was a deepfake video made that was showing this. But that of course was fake too. There isn't any evidence of this video actually existing, however, it is a pretty popular conspiracy theory nonetheless. The Remnants of Playground. The Remnants of Playground is an ARG horror series that is dedicated to finding and solving the mystery of a mysterious group called Playground. The group makes very weird and strange videos, and the reason for making these videos isn't entirely clear. This ARG is pretty good and has a pretty big community dedicated to solving what is going on in it. The whole community has been trying to solve this ARG since 2016 when it first appeared online. I suggest you go check out their website if this footage interests you at all. Tennyson. Tennyson is an internet meme mystery that popped up in 2003 and shows art in the form of ASCII. It uses the character Doraemon, which is a character from a Japanese kids show of the same name. This is the website that is involved with this, and they say a very strange mantra. Tennyson operates the whole world, Tennyson is the soul of the universe, Tennyson is the bottom of your heart, Tennyson transcends surrealism and realism. Don't think, feel, and you'll be Tennyson. I have no idea what Tennyson is or what it's supposed to mean, but who knows, I guess we're all Tennyson anyways. The Eye. The Eye is a movie made by David Moreau and Xavier Palude and stars Jessica Alba. The movie shows as Jessica Alba's character is blind, but gets a cornea transplant, and is then able to see ghosts and spirits. That's really all I have to say on this movie. It's kind of obscure, and it's kind of bad. Dead Rabbit Radio. Dead Rabbit Radio is a podcast that takes strange and obscure stories and talks about them. They have over 1,500 videos on their channel, all dedicated to horror and the entire genre. They have a pretty strange channel, but one I suggest you go look at if you're into horror and into horror stories. Oimio. This one is really weird. So, Oimio is a YouTube channel, and it shows, well, I'll just show you.
The future of quantum computing. Tardigrades working in the quantum workshop become masters of the quantum realm. Their nanoscale craftsmanship produces qubits of unparalleled stability and
This is just a small amount of some of the content they have, and the content isn't very informational, it's just weird. I don't really know what the point of the channel is. There isn't much information on it other than it was created in 2015. Maybe a failed ARG of some kind, as there's also a website with the same name that looks like this. Just a very weird mystery, and one that not a lot of people seem to know about.4chan. 4chan is a message forum similar to 4chan, except for one thing. It has a ton of CP on it that none of the moderators or people do anything about. I couldn't find any information on who created the website or why they created it, but the website seems to have been up since 2014, and you need an Onion browser to be able to access it. This website has a lot of bad things that go on it, and with some of these upcoming entries, I might not have any pictures or videos to show you due to the nature of the content. Stop motion lobotomy. Stop motion lobotomy is a YouTube video that was released on March 19th, 2006. The video shows as a doll is put into a chair and lobotomized, as well as having its brain picked at and being abused in several other terrible ways. No info is given on the video, and the only thing that is in the description is stop motion lobotomy. The video is really bizarre, and it's made even creepier by the unsettling music and sound design. Death of Keith Ratliff. Keith Ratliff was a partial owner of the FPS Russia YouTube channel. The FPS Russia YouTube channel is a channel that shows as Kyle Myers uses a fake Russian accent and tests out military and civilian weapons. The channel was created in 2010 and was very successful, having amassed nearly 7 million subscribers. On January 3rd, 2013, Keith Ratliff was found dead in his home from a gunshot wound to the back of the head. The death is very strange as they found no signs of forced entry, and there were some weapons and equipment stolen. Nobody had ever been charged with the killing, and to this day, the case remains cold. One of the lead suspects on the case was the creator of the FPS Russia YouTube channel, Kyle Myers, as he and Keith knew each other very well, and he would have been able to enter his house without forcing himself in. When questioned, Kyle had said that Keith's wife was likely the one who did it, and that they should investigate her. The FPS Russia channel kept uploading after Keith's death for a few more years, before stopping in 2016 altogether. The whole thing is just very strange, and a very interesting rabbit hole to get into that a lot of people have invested a lot of time and effort into solving. Luke Magnotta sock puppets. Luke Magnotta was born on July 24th, 1982, and had a very unfortunate childhood, as his mother would abuse him both verbally and physically, and his father was diagnosed with schizophrenia. These things culminated in him, as well as his two brothers, not having a very good upbringing and childhood. As he grew up, he began wanting fame. To achieve this fame, he would appear on TV and in adult movies. When this wasn't successful, he began to seek other ways of achieving this notoriety. In 2010, he uploaded 2 videos of himself suffocating and drowning 2 kittens, and a 3rd video of him feeding another kitten to a python. These videos are terrible, however, what he would do next was even worse. Magnotta would post a video onto bestgore.com showing a man named Jun Lin tied to a bed frame. In this video, titled One Lunatic, One Ice Pick, the video showed as Magnotta would stab the man with a knife and a screwdriver and would begin to bite into the man. After the man had died, he would perform acts of assault, and then the video ended. The video was 11 minutes long and had everybody stunned. After Magnotta became a wanted criminal, he fled to Berlin from Canada, however was arrested a couple years later and is now serving a life sentence. The sock puppet part of this entry refers to the over 70 fake accounts he made on kitten forums and how he would talk about how he abused and hated cats. Honestly, I probably didn't need to label this as sock puppets, as I could have labeled it with another name, but either way, this is about a terrible person who is thankfully behind bars. Dying NASA Scientist. Dying NASA Scientist is a group of videos from a YouTube channel called NASA Gym 108. The videos began being uploaded in 2008, and the uploader of the videos claims that he or his client worked for NASA and was wanting all of this information to be publicized after his death. The videos he posts show supposed evidence of life on Mars, proof of aliens, and videos showing how to contact extraterrestrial beings. The videos are extremely strange and just have a very creepy and ominous tone to them. Within the videos, I can't honestly tell if the guy is serious in what he is believing, or if he is trying to spread misinformation, or whatever it may be. Either way, the videos are very creepy, and it has been many years since the channel has uploaded. GGGQEP. GGGQEP, or gadolinium gallium garnet quantum electronic process, that took a lot of takes to say, is a hypothetical way to be able to store information using this. It's not known who came up with the idea, as it's never been demonstrated by anybody to be an actual thing. This mostly just seems like a copy pasta that people copy and paste, and the whole thing is just absolutely bizarre. I don't know what's going on with it, I don't know what any of it is supposed to mean, but here it is. Zenjin. Zenjin is a band that was created pretty recently. They have made, I believe, 2 albums to this day, the second of which being named Magdalena's Apathy. However, this entry is going to talk about their first album. Their first album is actually shrouded in mystery, as their first album seems to have disappeared off the entire internet. The album seemed to only consist of a few songs, and from what people say, they believe it exists, and that the title of it was called Pseudo-Scorpion. All of this is pretty normal lost media type content, so what makes this so special? Well, according to a lot of people, the music and the background audio within the songs in this album contain audio from CP footage. The audio was supposedly very blatant and very real. Nobody knows where the audio comes from, but everybody swears that the audio comes from these videos. As of right now, there is not a really big hunt for this lost media, and for pretty obvious reasons too. Serotonin phobia. Serotonin phobia is a website that is really weird. I don't know when the website was created or who created it. Upon clicking on the website, you are greeted to this message: I am in your computing device. After clicking past this, you are greeted to whatever this is. I've only seen a few people talk about this on the internet, and not a lot of people just seem to know about it. I don't know if the website is a puzzle, but it does have a lot of games within it that can be played if you download them. And either way, it is really strange. I could honestly dive into this one even further, but I'm thinking about making a video on this website, so let me know what you'd think about that. The Fifth Nail blog. The Fifth Nail blog was created by Joseph Edward Duncan in 2005. The blog was created, however, shortly after, it had disappeared off the internet. This was until 2010 when, from in his prison cell, he began remaking his blog. Along with this, he wrote a book about him in his blog. The reason he was in prison was because he actually had multiple crimes he had committed from the 1970s all the way up to the 2000s, with upwards of 16 sexual assault charges and upwards of 8 murders. He is a very terrible person and decided to document the terrible things he did in his blog, which can be read online if you're interested. Upstairs neighbor making demonic noises at night. This was a video posted sometime in 2015 to 2016. The video has now actually been privated and I can't find any existing footage of the video. However, somebody did pull the audio from it, and this is what it sounds like. The video was really strange and as of right now is actually partial lost media. So if any of you want to help find a copy of this video somewhere on the internet, that would be great, as this video was absolutely terrifying when it released, and whether or not the person's actually demonically possessed, I can't say. Gisco. So I don't know why I put this one so low on this iceberg, as it's not really anything that special. All Gisco is a website that allows for connectivity between the Tor browser and I2P, which are the most common ways to browse the dark web. Other than that, I don't really have any info on this one. I'm so happy.gif. I'm so happy.gif is this video. This video was uploaded in 2014 and has no real reason being as creepy as it is, but it is. Daryl Pratt. Daryl Prater is the username and the name of a person who posted on YouTube and Reddit in 2015. This user would make constant and obsessive comments about YouTube personality Alana Pierce. These comments would say things along the lines of how much he loved her, and that she shouldn't see other men because he loved her too much. This obsession led him to go on Reddit to ask if he could get in trouble for messaging this person and if it was harassment. He created multiple accounts to ask about this, and eventually it got to a point where he said he couldn't live without her. After she had blocked him, and after everyone told him what he was doing was wrong, eventually he stopped posting on the internet after he had asked about which guns were best for shooting yourself. There is some evidence to show he is still alive, and hopefully he got the help he needed. This is an absolutely strange rabbit hole that Nexpo actually covered, and I suggest you go watch his video as it's a very interesting topic. Posthumous emails. Posthumous emails are emails that can be sent after you die. That's really all this is. You can set up emails on certain websites that, upon your death, will be sent to people of your choosing. This is just a very weird and honestly kind of morbid thing that has come with the advent of the internet and technology. Lol talking fetus. This was a video posted at some point. I honestly don't know when. This video shows as a man records what appears to be a not alive fetus in some liquid inside of a barrel, as he sits and shakes the barrel around and talks to imitate a baby voice. Every version of the video on the internet is censored, and to my knowledge, the original video was uncensored and the video is real. I really hope this video isn't real, as if it is absolutely disgusting and terrible. The censored version can be found on YouTube, and if you have any other information on this video, let me know. Lex the Wonder Dog. Lex the Wonder Dog is a movie created by Sidney Ling in 1973. Or at least that's what Sidney Ling himself claims. There isn't any actual evidence of this movie existing other than this poster. However, from everything I could find, this movie poster leads to nothing. There is no movie behind it, there is nothing. It is a poster created for a fake movie that Sidney Ling himself created. In fact, Sidney Ling himself doesn't seem to be anywhere on the internet. His IMDb is basically dead, and all of the praise and great things that have been said about him seem to have been said by him. All of the things he claims to have done from the movies he has made and the people he's associated with don't actually seem to exist, and that this man has created a massive mystery as to what he does, and has created a lot of speculation as to what it is he actually does. This is a pretty big rabbit hole you could get into, and one that's pretty interesting as well. Alright everybody, I thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I was very happy to make this entire series on this iceberg. I really enjoyed making the entire iceberg, and I've just enjoyed all the research I got to do and all the videos I got to make on it. I may plan on doing another iceberg similar to this one. Or maybe I may work on a completely different video altogether, maybe another iceberg, I don't know right now. But I do have some things planned that I want to do, and I hope that you'll be around to watch them. One last thing, as of the time of writing this, I have become a part of the YouTube Partner Program. I have so much thanks for every last one of you who have helped me get to this point. It means so much to me just for all of you to support me this far, and I thank you so much. The option is there to be able to pay for a membership. All tiers give the same thing, so don't feel like you need to. The rewards aren't that extraordinary. They're just there if you want to really support me any further than you already have. But your viewership is more than enough for me. So I don't want to keep this going too much longer, so I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye. We gon' be alright. We gon' be okay. We gon' be alright. We gon' be okay. We gon' be alright. Must have been to 11 when the world